This is the story of how my daughter started her period and tried to kill me. Like, seriously though. I am finally at a place where I'm ready to share with you what happened about a week and a half ago regarding my daughter. My 11-year-old, who is also neurodivergent like myself, fell the Sunday before Labor Day and suffered a concussion. Now, she is an extremely emotional person anyway, but the next couple days it was just extremely heightened. And then came Thursday. It was about 7:30 at night, and she got in a hissy because she needed this folder for theater class the next day. And I said, well, do you even have theater tomorrow? And she's like, no, but I need it right now. And I said, honey, it is 7:30 at night. I'm trying to do laundry. I'm not taking you to the store right now. And that was it. A flip went off, and she has had episodes before, but this one was extremely different. This was the first time it ever became physical. I'm not gonna get into all the details of what happened, but this lasted about 3 hours. Kyle had to take the younger ones out of the house while I battled with her. But after about 3 hours of trying to calm her down to no prevail, and she was hurting us, we were afraid she was gonna hurt herself. I tried to call her therapist, but she wasn't answering me. I didn't know what else to do other than call 911. So when I called 911, I had to tell them it became physical because the last time we tried to take her to the hospital for an episode, they wouldn't help her. So I wanted to show them the severity of it, but I told them we were fine. All we needed was help getting her to the hospital. I told them her diagnosis. I told them that she hit her head, and I thought maybe this new physical outburst was a result of the concussion. Once the cops and the ambulance pulled up, my daughter kind of snapped out of this rage monster into this toddler-like version of herself. She went from wanting to kill me, telling me that she wanted me dead, to mommy, please don't leave me, and latched herself on me. These sheriff deputies jumped right in, and they were like, are you okay, ma'am? And I'm like, I'm fine. And they stood and they were like super close to me, hovering over me. And since she is like latched onto me and I'm hugging her, telling her, it's okay, baby, I'm not gonna leave you. We're just gonna go get your head checked out. We're gonna get you to the hospital and make sure there's not something else going on from the concussion. The cops and paramedics, nobody was really moving. So I looked at the one deputy and I said, should I walk her over to the ambulance? Are they gonna come this way? He goes, well, here's the situation. This was called into us as a domestic violence call. So technically we're supposed to arrest her. I called 911 for help for my sick child who was under a concussion to get her to the hospital, and they were about to arrest her. I took a deep breath, and he said, but after your husband came out and kind of explained what had been going on, we all on scene believe that it is a result of her diagnosis and the concussion. But unfortunately, we have to wait for the sergeant say so. We stood in my front yard for an hour at 10 o'clock at night, waiting for the sergeant to call back. I honestly don't know what I would have done if they would have said, we're gonna arrest her right now. As we're waiting for the sergeant to call back, the lieutenant of the fire department walks over to me and he says, I just want you to know that I am fighting for you. I think these deputies have no business being here anymore. Your daughter needs help, but it's not help they can give. I've been doing this job for so many years. I have seen many calls like this, and the police do not help the situation. And I'm gonna be honest, this happened to my daughter, and they did arrest her when all she needed was medical help. At that point in time, the deputies walked over to me and said, we just got off the phone with our sergeant. We're done here. And I started crying and I said, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And he said, no problem. We're gonna get her in the ambulance and we're gonna take her to the hospital and see what's going on. They do all the neurological tests. She passes those. They say it can definitely be from the mild concussion. They gave us paperwork for a concussion clinic because they said, unfortunately, we have no clue how long this could last. And if she's having severe episodes like this, you really need to consult them, and this could be a long process for you. Can you imagine the emotion? 3 days before this, I find out I'm being sued by my neighbors, and now my daughter may have suffered a terrible concussion that has changed her entire personality for who knows what, and may try to kill me every single night. I felt defeated. Thank you guys for giving me patience during that time. And then on Monday, she kind of was back to normal. you could see the light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe it's not gonna last like we thought. We're here, we've got this. We have a good dinner, we're relaxing on the couch. She goes upstairs and she yells, "Mom! Oh my God, Mom, I need you right now!" And I'm like, okay, I'm coming. And I kind of like get up slow, take it my time. And she's like, "No, Mom, I need you right now." And I'm like, oh my gosh, are you okay? What is happening? "I started my period!" And that's when it all hit me. Her entire episode Thursday night was more than likely caused by PMS. And listen, you think that's a joke, but I promise you it's not. PMS is real. I have PMDD, which is postmenstrual dysphoric disorder. And I have always suffered extreme emotional mood swings during my menstrual cycle. So I just rambled and rambled, but there are two things from this situation I need to talk about. First, it really rubs me the wrong way that the sheriff's department could be called out for a situation 5 separate times and nothing be done. And then when a mother calls frantically trying to help her sick child, they almost arrest her. I understand everybody's doing their job, but then maybe the laws need to change. The second thing you need to take away from this is PMS is real. Mood swings, mood disorders, they're real. And when children have them, it does not make them bad at all. And if your child does have an episode that you think they need more medical attention for versus the law, the number that you call when you're in a mental emergency is 988. I urge you, if you need help for your mentally sick child, do not call the police. Call 988. I'm happy to say that my daughter is pretty much back to normal. We are terrified to see what's going to happen next month, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. Please take your children's mental health seriously. Please take your own mental health seriously. There's nothing to be ashamed of. And if anybody has some tips or tricks of how not to get murdered by your teen while they're going through puberty, send them my way. Thanks.